Hello everyone. So hi everyone. This is Phreak with an audio commentary for WCR and don't get the first game started just yet, but I want to sort of talk to you guys for a second about like the games you've been wanting me to commentate. And I realize I've been sort of lacking for a certain race, and I'm really sorry for letting off. I don't know, every single audio I put out, you're like, come on, like, we never have anything of this caliber. Like, why don't you just switch races for once and do something useful to us? And you know what? I want to. I want to help you guys out and do an audio that's useful for most of you. And so, I realized that I need to get a good game, that's of the appropriate matchup. And so I began playing on Europe, and you will soon see my account is Plan B Phreak. And I've been playing some enough there, 7-0 so far, and you'll be seeing a few things from this commentary. And so let's go ahead and get game one, and let's load this on my mark. Don't load it just yet. If you have already, we'll F you, but here we go. Ready to load it right now. Now, I know you guys have been hungry for a lot of Night Elf, so here is Night Elf Mirror. Now, hopefully this, since the double dose of Night Elf, it'll be enough for you guys to, to have some sort of 2 shades of Night Elf commentary. So get this to the 1 minute mark at the 1x speed. Put this with my point of view, pb.phreak, fog of war on. Okay, so, you're at the 1 minute mark right now? Okay, good. If you're not at the 1 minute mark, pause this commentary, get your replay there, then unpause so you can listen to me again, okay? So we're at the 1 minute mark. 3, 2, 1, hold down Alt, press Q, press Q. We're not doing Night Elf Mirror, F you. I realize you guys hate Night Elf, go away. Alright, so we're not doing Night Elf. Now, load up game 2. Okay? Game 2, we have myself versus Computer Easy. Now, Computer Easy is actually a smurf of a Spirit Moon. Alright, we played at a LAN, I went over to Korea, and we played some games. This is the 1 minute mark, 1x speed. Okay, so 1 minute mark, and pause it there if you're not at that mark. Get to the get there. Get to the 1 minute mark at the 1x speed. And if you notice with the fog of war on, the whole thing's still viewed because apparently Spirit Moon doesn't like to scout, and so he actually put the map on always revealed just so that he wouldn't have to sort of scout or anything, because he's like a total freaking noob. So I let him have his fun, whatever, I can handle it. And so realizing that he was being a noob, I decided to be Gosu. So let's unpause this one pretty soon. Let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. Now, get ready to press the press line. Plus in 3, 2, 1, press. Press. 8x speed, here we go. So this is the Gosu new strat you can do to take on Night Elf. Now for those of you who have been pissed off by having to play Night Elf all day, here's the new strat you can use. Offensive tower rush at 2 rivers. He's going to keep running, you notice he's marking, he's running in, hitting, going out, in and out, in and out. You can see he's got like, Gosu Spirit Moon like Micro, running in and out, 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 all off the keeper. Yeah, so Spirit Moon's really a noob, so I'm just killing him with towers. So ultimately I own Spirit Moon pretty easily. You're going to see the score pretty soon. So I am fully able to call Spirit Moon a noob because, well, you'll see this in a later game. Let's move on to the next game. This will be game 3. Now, do not load this replay yet. If you load it, I will shoot you in the face. Alright. So, okay, ready? This will be game 3. Here we go. Load this on my mark. Ready? Load. Ah, yes. D-Boss. Now, those of you who have listened to my commentaries before, you know that D-Boss is indeed a noob. Now, hopefully I will prove to you guys that this is true. So as you can see, he's saying, hi, I'm D-Boss. Get this to the 15-second mark at the 2x speed. Okay? So you can see he says, Phreak says I'm a noob, but it's just not true. 15-second mark, 2x speed. Alright, we're going to unpause on my mark. So, we're going to see just how much of a noob D-Boss is. This will hopefully prove to you that he's indeed a total noob, and his advice is completely worthless. So let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. I'll let most of the replay talk for itself. I'll just sort of guide you along with it, and as you can see, D-Boss is a cheater. Like, you know, he says he owns noobs, like he has like micro, you know, and as you can see, you know, he's building the altar and the crypt and everything. A little late, but you know, it takes some time. But apparently, type for him, he's a little slow, so he has to, you know, type those cheats out and everything. So you know, he's talking. He's like, so you know, I really own. This will prove that I'm not a noob. Even though Phreak says I am, I'm totally Gosu, you know. So I don't know how the Warcraft competitive nature is in Canada, but D-Boss is clearly top 5. He says so himself. You can ask him. You can say, D-Boss, are you top 5 in Canada? And he'll say, dude, I own. Like, I'm worse than like Taz, and that's about all. So you can ask him yourself. Everyone, I urge you all to PM D-Boss. It's D-BOS, as you can see in this replay. And you can say, sorry, D-Boss, are you top 5 in Canada? And you will say, yeah, I'm number 2. I'm a 9 and 10 against Taz. I've beat him a few times, you know, lost sometimes. So okay. Now look at his scouting goal up at 12 o'clock. As you can see, he's scouting to see if his opponent is at 12 o'clock. So yeah, unfortunately, he's not seen that. So he's gonna go fight some creeps. You know, realizing, well, he needs some EXP for his newfound Crypt Lord. So there you go. You can also see his food is at 20 of 20. He also scattered at the at the 4 o'clock position, trying to find out where his opponent is. Now, oh, guess what? Oh, Ghoul Scout, right? So he's scouting with a Ghoul, because D-Boss is apparently very Gosu. And as you can see, he managed to force his opponent to call Militia. That's pretty good, I think, you know? He forced a Militia call, so there goes a bunch of gold. You see there's another Ghoul at 3 o'clock. He's going to be creeping pretty soon. There's another Ghoul up to the top as well. He says, look, see this? See this? Look at that Ghoul. Oh, man, he's trying to own those creeps, right? Raffle. So, oh man, look at the hack over there. You saw that? Yeah, the compact code. That cool. So ultimately, D-Boss a little behind, but I mean he's so good he can pull this back. So now check out his base. Check out his base. Here we go. 5 Acolyte Rush. Here we go. He's on summoning everything but 1 crypt, just to make sure he has enough money so that he can buy as many ghouls as possible. And here we go with his invincible Crypt Lord with the spiked carapace. Now check this out. He's gonna block that water elemental. You ready for this? Blocked. Oh. Now he's going to block the footies as his ghouls run into the base, because this is a strat. He blocks the footies off so his ghouls can get in there and start killing his base. As you can see, that's pretty good to block with that Crypt Lord, and it really just bought time for his Acolytes to get in. Now his Acolytes are coming in to fight the human army. Here we go. Now he's doing his focus the Town Hall strat. And as you can see, he's like, wait, what? My units are dying? Oh crap, wrong cheat. So, there you have it. D-Boss is a noob. I don't know how else to put it. Maybe you need to watch that replay again, but D-Boss is a noob. Now, we're going to load up Game 4. So, there we go. Game 4. Oh crap, no, sorry, quit. Don't load up Game 4. Just Alt-QQ it immediately. Don't load this game. Do not play this game. Do not. I urge you, do not play this game. Or wait, wow, I'm a retard. Sorry, play Game 4. I'm a noob. Okay. Sorry, brain fart. Play Game 4. Play Game 4. Play Game 4. Play Game 4. Okay. So load up Game 4 and get that to the 1 minute mark of the 1x speed. So, sorry, I made a retard mistake. Game 4. Keep it from Ob's vision, as you will be wanting to watch the Ob's chat in this game. It is vital to this replay and the game you're going to see next. Okay? So, 1 minute mark, 1x speed. So, here we go. Getting it to the 1x speed. There we go. Oh, okay. Let's go ahead and unpause. And if you're not there, pause the commentary, then get there. Then yeah, unpause. So let's unpause in 3, 2, 1. Unpause. Okay. So we're at 1 minute 2, 1 minute 3, 1 minute 4. I'm from MBG Cross point of view. We're watching Incinerator versus 64 AMD Kara. Let's go ahead and get this to 2x speed because I want to be able to fit everything into this commentary. I know. Actually. Oh well, we're gonna do it anyway because right now it's useless ob chat. So 2x speed in 3, 2, 1, 2x speed. We're at 122, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay. We're at a minute and a half. Okay, so standard build orders. Now, probably the best thing to do with Orc against human, especially on Turtle Rock, is the fast Rax build. If your opponent is next to you as Orc, you can rush him, and he's got to call Militia constantly because grunts and stuff own. So that's what the Peon Scout was for, is so you can see if your opponent's there, if you want to rush or if you want to creep. Now he realizes that he wants to creep. Here's something to realize as Orc. When you're on this map, let your Farseer tank at least some. Right? Let him tank some of the creeps. Because Farseer has great HP regen, as long as you're not like fighting an opponent. And so you will have, you'll be very more durable. So as you can see, he wakes up creeps with his Farseer, and then focuses with the wolves. And now this is one of the big pluses of doing this. You can creep with the wolves while your army's doing something else, saving time. This is very important in this matchup. As you can see, Kara is now creeping for items as well, and they're going to battle each other. And now, really, something to think about is try to keep from killing some as best you can, unless it's like a guarantee. Like if there's a 10 HP water metal, go ahead and kill it. Otherwise, don't go for it. It's gonna, yes, it's EXP, but who cares? It's gonna die anyway. You can consider gaining 42 EXP, or you could kill, or seriously injure a footman, which means for the rest of this battle, until he heals up, the footman, for the rest of the game really, until he heals up the footman, he is not going to be able to use that unit. Meanwhile, he can just resummon water metals. Who cares if he loses one? So now you can see being quick is very important. All that, and quickly pressing hide is very important. As you can see, this is what he's gained somewhat from letting the Farseer tank. His grunts aren't dead yet. Obviously, they're getting very, very low. He's gonna have to do something to deal with that. And one of the things he's doing is healing his Farseer with a replenishment potion. Meanwhile, Kara is creeping steadfastly for this stuff. Now you can see that Kara has picked up Boots of Speed. Now the reason for that is because he can't buy a TP yet. He's not a tier 2, and he does not have a means of getting a TP from the shop because it only comes in daylight. So he picked up Boots of Speed so that he doesn't lose his hero, because if he loses his hero, he's going to be in really bad shape and be susceptible to a total rush. So really, there's not a lot of micro going on, which is why I'm still going at 2x speed. It's really sort of an overview of, what you need to sort of do, what you need to creep. So we're going to go this back to 1x speed. 1x speed in 3, 2, 1, 1x. So I'm at 6:55, 56, 57, okay? So I'm approaching 7 minutes, and I'm at 7 minutes right now. If you're not there, go ahead and pause and everything and go back to it. Now, here we go. Now, hopefully you've been reading the OBS chat, but what I had just said is, and if you need to go over this replay and pause the commentary until you look at it, go back to about the 7 minute mark and look at it. But essentially what I said is there's a phrase on Euro that guarantees win. You say it and they're like, oh crap, I'm sorry for playing you. Good game, I'll leave. Or pretty much I'm sorry for wasting your time. Is pretty much almost exactly what's gonna happen. You say Skrifbud for livet, or Skrifbud livet ut. Yes, it's supposed to be Swedish, and obviously I'm not, so that's bad, but there we go. See, look, Skrifbud for, there we go, there it is. So, yes, there we go. See, Skrifbud for livet is the ultimate diss on Euro. If you tell anyone in a ladder game, they'll be like, sorry for wasting your time, sir, good game, and leave. That's what happens. So, the Skrifbud for livet one is the big one. I'm 123 in Euro using that tactic. Meanwhile, playing legitimately, I am 7-0, as you saw from that first game. And so you're gonna see. Now in this game, I'm gonna say that I played against what is it? Spirit Moon Smurf. As it turned out, I later found out that it was actually the real He-Man. He's using an account that really isn't played on very much. He uses it mostly for custom games. With clanmates or other people like me. And he did have a one ladder game on it, as you will see. I played against him in ladder, and well, I pretty much owned him. And you'll have proof of this, that I beat SK He-Man. I mean, it's what happens. So you're gonna see that on game 5, that the ultimate diss means a good game. So there you go. Now, meanwhile, you can see standard creeping. Now, one of the things you can see is that Kara, he has a Scroll of Regen, and he hasn't used it yet. Now, the reason for that is the only way you're going to get one back is going home, and that takes a lot of time. So, ultimately, Warcraft, a lot of it is about saving time, and a lot of that is getting items before you need them. Like, for instance, the TC still has a Clarity Pot on him. He doesn't need it yet, but he's got it. The Farseer, has scrolls and whatnot. Now he's not, thinking he's gonna fight a battle just yet, but he's got them because he's going to be fighting eventually. He's gonna get level 3 in his TC, and then he's gonna go fight. So, he's picked them up because he came by the goblin shop, the goblin merchant. He can continue creeping, but he knows he's going to be fighting, so he's picking them up in advance, knowing that, he's saving time. He knows he's going to be doing that, so he's getting ready for it. So as you can see, his TC is stocked for items, and the clarity is in case, there's a lull between a battle, and he needs to follow up and do some more damage. So here we go. You're going to see what's going on. Now, they're both ready to fight. Now, you can see positioning is very important. Kara pretty much has a position on this. He's got melee in front and ranged in back. Incineroar does not, and this is very bad for him, because guess what? Clap and Blizz. Now, the Blizz is in a horrible position. I guess he assumed that Incineroar was going to go through the middle, but he ended up blizzing most of his own units. Now, that was really bad for him, but however, he's still blizzarding a lot better now. You're going to see, let's go ahead and pause the commentary, pause the replay, pause in 3, 2, 1, pause. I am at 10:37, I'm sorry if this wasn't enough warning, but pause it as soon as you hear this and everything. I'm at 10:37 personally. Now, aside from Kara's bad blizzard, this is what happens. Human eventually realizes that Shaman negate water mentals. It's completely useless to get them, so why bother? Because they're free experience. Purge, 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 down it goes. And thanks for the extra experience. Your Archmage is now just a Brilliance Orb machine. That's all it is. So they switched to Blizzard because there's no counter to Blizzard. Orc has no unit that can evade Blizzard. They have no magic immune units, and Blizzard hits air. It also hits mechanical. There is no Orc unit that is immune to Blizzard. Period. So, Blizzard will always be useful. Same goes for Sorks. Sorks will be able to slow every single unit within the Orc army, no matter what it is, it can be slowed. Or, and aside from catapults and air, it can be clapped. So, Sorks, the Mount King, and the Archmage all work together because everyone's slowing down from slow and clap, and then everyone taking a crapload of AoE damage from clap and blizzard. And even though grunts have a lot of hit points, and Incineroar, as you saw, had a healing scroll and then used it pretty quickly, the damage adds up fast. I mean, clap's doing about 100 damage, assuming it's level 2 clap. I think it's actually level 1, but at level 2 clap, it's around 100 damage. It goes something like 60, 100, 140, around there, and it's always 50% slow. But the range increases per level, so it actually reaches more units as it levels up. So if you didn't know that, you do now. Now, Blizzard, again, Water Mount is useless, so why not at least use Blizzard, because it does, add up some pretty good damage. One strat I've seen, usually from the lesser players, but it works extremely well, is Mass Caster Breaker with AoE. You slow everything down, Breakers tank, they're magic immune, you just cast AoE all over them, they die. But in any event, this game, you were seeing Shockwaveness, Lightning Shieldness, Clap and Blizzard, all that. So it's unpause. Really, Incineroar is trying to do as much damage for Rifleman as he can, but now you notice he's not just focus firing everything on one. He's got 2 grunts over there, down at the bottom, he's got a TC hitting something at the bottom. Farseer's not aiming at that Rifleman up top, but he has 3 grunts focusing a Rifleman. That's what you want to do. If you have perfect micro, that's what you're going to be doing. 3 grunts on a Rifleman. Because that's enough damage to be able to pummel the Rifleman and make him run away. As soon as the Rifleman runs away, you refocus them on whatever's closest again. Unless you have a speed scroll, then you can sort of chase down for a little while, but otherwise, you're going to be focusing on whatever's in front. Always have, and this goes for Orc versus Fiends, Orc versus Archers, or Dots, or Headhunters, whatever, Orc versus, anything, Raiders, anything like that, with Grunts. Focus 3 on any given unit. That's pretty much the max you can use, and unless it's really in a bad position, it's the minimum you should use, I wouldn't actually use like 5 on something because pulling it back means 5 units are now not attacking. And 3 is just a moderate number. It does enough damage to own this Rifleman. As you can see, Rifleman's down to half HP, and it's few enough that after that Rifleman moves back, well, they're not getting each other's way or anything, and it works out. Meanwhile, Kara should be doing his best to focus fire grunts. Focus fire is extremely important. Once the Sork's out of mana, it should be focus firing as well with the rifles, and that's why you should put your Sork in with your rifle group, your Priest in with your footy group, because they're going to be attack moving. I mean, you can select them and manually heal, but because of lag, you actually have to heavily micro them, like shift move them around, then press E and click, otherwise they're just going to interrupt their own order, and it really just kind of sucks. So try to have your Priest heal your MK, but not always able. And sometimes not always worth the 10 seconds of micro to make it work, but do what you can, of course. Always try to dispel this crap right here, this roll protection. Always get adept training on your Priest, because you can get rid of wolves, you can get rid of lightning shield. It's extremely important. Let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. I'm at 10:39, 10:40, 10:41, etc. So, you can see chain lightning, horrible shockwave really, but still decent chain lightning. You can see Blizzard has claimed one victim so far, and he's claiming another grunt. Down goes the grunt. You can see Blizzard, and now another awesome Blizzard hitting 3 units of Incinerator. Actually 2, yeah, anyway. But you can see Blizzard is adding up a lot of damage fast. However, once you start losing your front line, as you can see all the footies died extremely quickly with lightning shield, shockwave, chain lightning. Once they start dying, it just starts plummeting. Right? Like, riflemen are not that durable, and when you micro as well as, a level 50 player, like Incinerator, I think he's 49 now, but he was 50.
A player's forces are under attack.
You can see that, what am I saying? Holy crap. ... Yeah, the rifle focus fire in moderation, and even getting the unit mix of some demolishers, because human will make katas, and you have no method of dispel. So, I mean, you're not going to be able to get rid of slow. I don't care what you try to do, slow will be there to stay. So you might as well do this, put up a scroll protection, and then say, here, come dispel it. That way, he's dispelling his own slow, and that's very important. Also, I see more and more humans shying away from building too many Sorks. Apparently, Sork rifle's not a strong strat. It is, but apparently people aren't using it very much. But people need to make more Sorks in general. Of course, focus the Sorks and Priests with your katas very quickly, and if you can get rid of them, then you're in really good shape. But humans just don't seem to be using Sorks that much, even though they're very strong. So whatever. Anyway, katas are a good unit, but don't overdo it. 2 max. I mean, they're already going to do 130 damage a shot to a Sork, which means, well, let's look at a Priest for instance. Oh, 3 shots kills a Priest. And that's Adept. If it's Initiate, it'll take about 2. Sork, again, 2 to 3 to kill, and also kills these lame scout farms really quickly. Carr already has that, that Watcher Ward, but hey, take what you can get. He's, now he's 50 of 48 food. Not too bad. In any event, you can see, creeping is thanks. And that MK is getting owned, but, whatever. Chased by the Ogre Lord, that's so funny. Go, Ogre! Oh my god, if that guy dies, I'm gonna cry. Okay, good. Yeah, I know, Ogre Lord dies. Right, so... what's happening is, Incinerator's moving on to attack again. Now, why he's doing that, he won a fight before. He's not gonna gain a critical level soon. He's really far from 5 on his Farseer. 4 on his TC is not going to do much, but again, it'll take, another 100 EXP, and there's no camps except, 3 on the map. There are 3 camps, they're all orange, and they'll just hurt his army a lot. He doesn't really want to, do all that. He doesn't have any healing salves on him, so he's going to go up, buy a healing scroll from the shop, or jack him, as you're going to see. But, he was... Actually, no, I take that back. He actually saw his army with the Watch Ward and came after him. But, it's always fight when you get a chance. As you can see, Chain Lightning owns, Chain Lightning whatever you can, but as you can see, Karo is very quick to dispel that, dispel the original Lightning Shield, and then dispel this one as well as it came down once he teleported in. Always do that if you can. It's very important. And now my computer's lagging because I just finished downloading a 600 megabyte file, but it seems to have not really impeded the progress of the replay. I'm at 14:13, 14, 14:15. Okay, so now towering, yes, towering by Incinerator. The reason you do this is to seal the game. Yes, and now I got alt-tabbed by the whole file download goes to this. Doesn't matter. Keep watching the game. I know what happens. I watch the game live. Pretty much, I mean, once you're sure you have an advantage, go ahead and tower, because if you're not sure, it's really easy for someone to just simply take a militia and fight you off, because it's not that hard to do. But when you have level 2 chain wave and you have lightning shield, you can own militia hard. They get completely just noobified, and so when you're really ready to tower and you're sure you're winning, like for instance, Incinerator forced 2 TPs. Okay, he forced a TP in the battle in the middle of the map. He forced a TP at the shop. He knows he's 700 gold ahead. He knows he's got a better army. He had the better army last time and the time before that, so he's pretty sure he's got a better army. I mean, unless there's suddenly a bunch of hidden griffins, which is doubtful because there's priests, sorks, and rifles. They never get casters and rifles if they're They don't get casters and rifles if they're going air. At least they won't get them initially, or they won't be rushing for air. Pretty much. So you're safe in rushing them then, and not worrying about air. They won't. If you see your opponent stay with footies for a long time, this is specifically on Lost Temple, if they stay with footies for a long time and all they do is sort of bolts around your hero, then they're going air. If you see a lot of rifles and casters, and pretty much if you're playing human on Lost Temple and you're able to win a fight, they're going air. Okay. If they're not, if you're losing the fight, then they're going legitly and they're beating you with their first expansion. So that's how you know. Which means you're going to have to pull something out of here, but otherwise you're going to have to rush them right now if they've still got the footies and tower them fast. Your towers have more range than theirs. Hopefully you can counteract the militia with Chain Wave and Lightning Shield, and if your towers go up, you will be able to knock out his air. So going back to Warcraft, it's fine if you're watching the game. It's out. The game's definitely over for now. Or that game anyway. Now let's load up Game 5, and this will be the game that I was talking about. So go ahead and load that up, because it's the 15-second mark at the 1x speed, with the Fog of War on as usual, and that'll be cool. So yeah, do that whole thing. So Warcraft finally loaded back up, because I've been alt-tabbing all day for 6 straight hours or something, so it's way laggy, because Windows XP sucks up all your RAM. But anyway, it's still loading up Warcraft, which is ownage, because lol. So yes, we are loading up Game 5 now, and alright, it's still loading. How freaking awesome. Go Warcraft, you can do it, I believe in you. Hit the little red light, meaning busy is still going on, and yes. So yeah, I'm quitting that replay, because that's over. Even though it's almost level 5 Archmage, and Blizzard can hurt towers, 'tis over. Incinerator wins. GG. Even though Kara had a bigger unit and hero score, which is kind of surprising. Incinerator wins, because he's just goes through like that. Lol. So, right. So as I was saying, load up Game 5. 15 seconds, 1x speed. I'm trying to get there myself, but my computer's being very slow. Again, you can donate to the Give Phreak a New Video Card Fund, or you can buy training, $10 an hour, 25 for 3 hours, and you can do all that fun stuff, and PM me, whatnot. Anyway, pv.phreak versus sk.heman, period. And this is He-Man Smurf again. And you will see that he is very cocky, and that he is very sure he will defeat me. And I don't doubt that somewhat. I mean, it is SK He-Man, and so I'm like, well, I'm pulling out all the stops this game. I'm going to prove that I belong on the top of the ladder, that I can beat the Gosus. I'm like, I'm going to beat you, He-Man. And so you're going to see, I kind of screwed up my build loader. I was really kind of nervous. I was like, oh man, so you can see I got sort of the Alter Moon all kind of messed up there. But I'm getting the 15-second mark myself. I'm at 15 seconds. I say, good luck, have fun. He says, Roth, I own you, noob. So, I was originally planning, well, I'm just going to, try my hardest, and I'm like, okay, screw this guy's being bad-mannered. Now, if you saw the whole, read the whole, push the big red button by, I believe it was Fatal Click. Sorry if I'm wrong, but I believe that was him. Kind of ironic, but this is sort of the same thing, alright? So now I'm like, look, this guy's being bad-mannered, okay? I'm not going to stand for this. F you, noob. You're going down. And so, this is what happens. 15-second mark, 1x speed. Let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. So, I'm like, oh, that's not happy. I'm sad. Busting out the big guns, and he's like, oh, good game. And that's all I can say. You can too beat Gosus if you do that. So there you go. I just own that much. It's true. I own that much. That is how much I own. So this will be the end of this commentary. I hope you enjoyed this 5-game series. I hope it was useful to you. You learned something about all these matchups that were in this game. Undead versus Human, a Night Elf versus Night Elf, Orc versus Human, Human versus Night Elf, and Night Elf versus Human. So hopefully this will get your fill of every race. I believe every race was showcased in this commentary, so this should appease all of you. This will be in its commentary, as I said. So goodbye, and leave me feedback. PM me with training requests, of course, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.